I've been there. You see a bamboo sheet for a couple of bucks, you think you've scored a deal, and a week later you're pulling the fitted sheet off the mattress because it feels like a cheap polyester shirt that's stuck to you all night. The regret sets in fast, especially when you've already spent a good chunk of your budget on a mattress that you hoped would be the highlight of your sleep. That's why I wanted to dig a little deeper before I hit record on today's review, and I actually spent a few evenings scrolling through forums, reading the material claims, and comparing what the cheapest bamboo actually delivers versus something a bit more premium. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The set I'm talking about is the King Sheets by Pure Bamboo. It's marketed as a 100% organically grown viscose derived from bamboo, a 4-piece king-size set with a 300 thread count sateen weave, deep pockets, double stitching, and a 2-year guarantee. All of that sounds nice on paper, but the real question is whether it solves the common pain points we all face when we finally decide to upgrade our bedding. First off, let's talk about the cooling claim. Bamboo-derived viscose is naturally breathable because the fibers have a microhole structure that lets air circulate. In my own test, I set the thermostat to 76°F, turned on the fan, and slept on the fitted sheet for a full night. I woke up feeling no clammy sweat on my back, and the sheets didn't feel damp or clingy. That's a stark contrast to my old cotton poly blend, which always seemed to trap heat after I rolled over. The cooling effect isn't just a marketing buzzword. It's noticeable if you tend to get hot, especially in the summer months or if you live in a humid climate. Now, the fit. One of the biggest headaches with king-size sheets is the deep pocket. Many budget options promise deep pockets, but then pop off the corners when the mattress is over 15 inches thick. Pure Bamboo's fitted sheet actually measures about 15 inches deep, and the elastic is double-stitched all the way around. I have a king mattress with a 14-inch pillow top plus a 2-inch mattress topper, and the sheet stayed snug without any pulling or bunching. That's a practical win if you've invested in a plush mattress or use a mattress pad. Softness is the other big factor. Bamboo viscose is often described as silky, but you sometimes hear complaints that it feels thin compared to high thread count cotton. The 300 thread count sateen weave here gives a smooth surface that feels soft right out of the box, but it's not the plush, hotel luxury feel you get from 600 thread count Egyptian cotton. If you're used to that ultra-soft, buttery texture, you may notice a slight difference. That said, after about 3 washes with a gentle cycle, the sheets actually get a bit softer as the fibers relax, which is a nice progression rather than a degradation. Durability is where the double stitching comes into play. The hem on the fitted sheet and the edges of the flat sheet are reinforced, meaning the fabric is less likely to fray after repeated laundering. I've been using this set for roughly a month now, washing it twice a week because I have a partner who sweats a lot. The edges are still intact, no loose threads, and the overall look hasn't dulled. The 2-year guarantee adds a safety net. If the stitching were to give out within that window, Pure Bamboo promises a replacement or refund. That's reassuring compared to cheap sheet sets that have no warranty at all. Let's get honest about the downsides. The first one is the potential for wrinkling. Because the fabric is a lightweight viscose, it tends to crease when you take it off the dryer or when you fold it in the closet. I found a quick trick that helps. Give it a brisk tumble on low heat, and then pull it off while it's still slightly warm, smoothing it with my hands. It's not a deal breaker, but it does mean you'll need to spend a minute ironing or shaking out the sheets if you care about a crisp look. Another point is the care instructions. While the sheets are machine washable, you have to avoid hot water and bleach, which can degrade the fibers over time. If you're the type who tosses everything into the washing machine without thinking, you'll need to adjust your routine. A gentle cycle, cold water, and a low-heat dryer, or line drying, keep the softness intact. Some users also report that the sheets can shrink a fraction after the first wash if they're not careful with temperature. I didn't notice any noticeable shrinkage, but it's something to keep in mind. Who should consider buying these sheets? If you're an eco-conscious shopper who wants bedding made from organically grown bamboo, the claim checks out. The viscose is derived from bamboo cultivated without synthetic pesticides. If you're a hot sleeper, a side sleeper who often rolls onto their back, or someone living in a warm climate,